Hey guys, just put this house under contract. Got the lead from a wholesaler. I've got wholesalers that feed me leads and deals just like this. Wholesalers spend a lot of money, direct mail marketing, pay-per-click, TV spots, radio spots, you name it. They do a lot of outbound marketing to find these types of leads to give them to me for free. They're going to make a lousy $500 on this deal, where we're going to make over $40,000 on this deal, and that is why wholesaling sucks. Let's go back to the lab. I'm going to break down a couple deals we've done just like this one and show you exactly what I mean in great detail. Come on with me. As you can see, I didn't rent a Lamborghini trying to be some YouTuber hotshot. I've got 3 kids. Lamborghinis don't make any sense. It's my real car, it's my real business, and I'm going to show you how to make real money in real estate. Come on, let's take a look. All right, we are back in the lab. Told you at the house I was going to break down a couple of the recent deals that we've done from the same wholesaler that sent the house that I just showed you. I'm actually going to show you in the next slide the fact that they made a lousy $500 on this deal, and we're going to make over $40,000 on this deal. So, all right, let me start with an example on West 62nd. This is a deal that we bought from a wholesaler. Wholesalers are typically folks that are spending a lot of money to try to find these leads, and they're looking to sell them what we call for the short dollar and let another investor like myself take them on the long dollar. So they're in and out of the deal. They don't do rehabs. Typically, they don't do a lot of things that the long dollar type investors do, such as create equity and add value through doing repairs. So they're in and out. So here we have this person approach us, $500 fee for them. Ultimately, we put the deal under contract. We renovated, so we did a full rehab on the property, and we ended up selling it and ultimately made $44,000 just over that. So the purchase price was $65,500. We put about $30,000 into the repairs. The basis we have was about $95,000. And the after repair value, which is an acronym called ARV, A-R-V, after repair value, means what's the property worth after you fixed it up, after you've added that value, created that equity through your repairs. That means what's the value when it's all said and done. In this case, it was about $140,000. We got a full list price for it and ended up making $44,000. So the wholesaler that made $500, we made $44,000. And so that's why we believe wholesaling is for the birds. Wholesaling sucks. So let me give you a very quick backstory on how we found this relationship. So we posted an ad on Craigslist for free. One of the things we encourage everyone to do is right off the bat, put I buy house ads together. They're everywhere. You can get templates easily. If you just Google it and you look under the images tab, you'll see lots of different examples of I buy house ads. You have to let the world know what you're doing. So we put ads out every platform that we can. In this case was Craigslist. We had a wholesaler call us and said, I'm a wholesaler locally. I've got properties and looking for folks like you to buy them. And do you have interest? What are you looking for, et cetera, et cetera. So we had him actually reach out to us. Now he feeds us leads consistently. And there was several of those people in our world. It's one of the things that we want you guys to do the same of, is have multiple people bringing you leads. So rather than the traditional thought process of I've got to go spend a bunch of money and I've got to do all these direct mail and pay-per-click and SEO to generate deals and find these leads and find the deals that are out there that are going to make money, the reality is other people are doing that, and if you understand how to find them and ultimately what to say to them, they will feed you the leads themselves. You have free leads coming simply by finding the right relationships. So once we perform on the first deal, we have multiple deals coming from that wholesaler. So let me give you a quick comparison. Here's a screenshot of the contract. $500 assignment fee. See the arrow there. So here's a wholesaler that probably spent a lot more than that to find the deal. Ultimately, we were able to negotiate the deal down. We make $44,000. Wholesaler makes $500. So guys, that's a pretty easy decision. If you're asking my opinion, I would go for the long dollar every time. By the way, how many $44,000 deals does it take to make a good year for you? How many of these do you have to do to really change your life? In fact, I was speaking to one of our affiliates last night who works about 60 hours a week, makes about $65,000 a year. Very sharp guy, but he's tied to a cubicle, doesn't have the freedom to see his kids play their sporting events, take vacations, things that freedom and ultimately money can buy you. When you have that, he is tied to that desk. And he was saying that one deal could literally replace his entire income for the year, and obviously provide him that freedom and flexibility to live the life and the lifestyle that he wants. So when you look at these deals and you compare them to what you're making today, if you're in a W-2 position, think about what these profits and these types of deals would do for you. Whether you want to stay in your W-2 job or not doesn't really matter. If you could do a couple of these every year as a side business, and or if you want to go full, what would that look like in your world? So this is why we think wholesaling sucks. That's a case in point. And again, I'm going to go through a couple deal examples and give you exactly how we do what we do, the different ways that we do it, and why we compare it to wholesaling, and why we think our way is much, much better. So wholesalers are what we call a one-trick pony. And again, they spend a lot of money to generate their leads from direct mail, pay-per-click marketing, SEO, the bandit signs, cold calling, knocking on doors. I've seen wholesalers literally pepper different neighborhoods and just knock on the doors. Good for them. They're putting a lot of sweat equity into those deals and a lot of work to find them, simply to assign them to somebody like myself to take them for the long dollar. Every one of these tactics, these strategies, these ways to generate leads work. They all work. I'm not saying they don't have merit. They have plenty of merit, but they take a lot of effort. They take a lot of work. In many cases, they take a lot of money. And as I've shared in other examples and in other ads that we've put together, if you pursue this and you're not doing enough deals, that hard work with all of the effort to try to find these can kill your dream. And what we say, ultimately, you will quit your dream because the work is too hard. And so I'm not saying that wholesaling doesn't have merit. You can't make money wholesaling. We wholesale some properties, but it's not all we do. And I'm going to share exactly what that means here as we go through some of these slides. Here's another reason that wholesaling, in my opinion, really stinks. I used a very soft word. Wholesaling sucks. Let me be really formal there. So you need to do a lot of deals to make real money in wholesale. You know, most wholesalers tell you they're making a gazillion in every deal. The reality is the average gross profit for wholesalers is about $2,800 per deal across the country. Again, most are going to tell you that it's a lot more. The reality is wholesalers are going for the short dollar. They're giving you the long dollar. So they're in and out of the deal at the end of the day and ultimately only making a small amount of money. Now, there's exceptions. There's certainly deals that wholesalers make more money, but on average, wholesalers make between $2,000 and $5,000 per deal. That really is the national average. So consider the money it costs you to find those leads, the amount of time to find them, negotiate them, put them under contract simply to assign them for a few $1,000s. Guys, you'd be better off for just the same working at Best Buy. Now, nothing wrong against Best Buy. They actually make decent money, but that's a JOB. That's a 40-hour week. I'm tied to the store. That is comparable to what you'll make in wholesaling unless you're doing a ton of deals. You may have seen some of the ads out there for other folks advertising that you can do 50 deals a month, and that's something they're going to teach you how to get to, and I'm sure that there's merit to it, but 50 deals a month, the amount of work and energy and effort that goes into that, and certainly the results, they say you can make 100 grand, and I saw that at first, I thought, wow, that's amazing, that's great, it's a lot of money, 100 grand in a month. You work backwards, you say, number one, 50 deals, that's a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of money just trying to find those leads, not to mention putting all those deals together, but when you do the math, 50 deals to make 100 grand, that didn't add up. I'm thinking to myself, we're missing the zero, maybe 2 zeros. So in my world, you do 50 deals, that's full-on retirement. Well, maybe not retirement depending on what your lifestyle is, but you're talking about closer to $1 million in profits versus 100 grand. Let me say that one more time. You do 50 deals under my tutelage, you're going to be making close to $1 million, not $100,000. Which one would you rather be at? What we do is not new, but how we've really structured it has really been successful for a lot of folks.
This is an amazing opportunity to create generational wealth for my family and myself.
I feel like I've learned so much. I've learned from one extreme to the other.
Had a closing on Monday, was just under $12,000, and just sent out the closing documents for another deal that should close on Friday for another 12 grand. So it's been a lot of fun and an incredible week.
What was the most exciting deal that you did?
The $770,000 house.
How much did you make on that one deal?
$37,000.
Sold the property for $115,000.
Fantastic. And ultimately, you made, if I'm not mistaken, 10 up front, and you got 5 coming in the back, correct?
Correct. That's
Great.
correct. Yeah.
Great. And we'll walk.
My last deal was 27, which was in May. And
27,000 on a traditional deal.
Yeah. A couple months back, we did another FSBO flip, and that was $38,000. So we had
$38,000 on a traditional FSBO flip. 38 grand.
Now, do you have to have real estate experience? Did you have any real estate experience for this?
None.
Before PINK, I had no real estate investing experience.
Special licensing for what you're doing right now? Did it require, beyond the training that they provided, for you to go
No
out?
license.
And think about that. And that's why I never wanted to be a realtor, with respect to all realtors. I don't like the fact that I'm being capped at 3%. So that same deal with a house at $250,000, as a realtor, I will only get $7,000. That doesn't entice me at all. There's no challenge to it.
I don't get out of bed for $7,000.
In the beginning, I was a little skeptical in the beginning because I wasn't, there's a lot of scams out there, right? There's a lot of things out there where if you buy into something, there's, these pyramid scams and all these other things. But after, really talking to you guys over the phone, watching a lot of you guys' YouTube videos, I found that this is actually a legit program, and a program that not only can you make money with, but you can help a lot of people at the same time. So
I believe the training and the support with this company has been top notch.
Obviously, in my professional life, I've been to a lot of seminars, a lot of training. I've paid for a lot of those things. The professionalism of the training, having been through much of that already, is really, really good. The sales training, the technical stuff in the back door, which is what I need the most. I've been very, very impressed. The marketing materials, it's like every base is covered. And whenever I have a question, that I'm thinking and troubleshooting, we're getting to that, and they really are. So there's just second to none as far as your guys' ability to get us ready to take this on the road. I'm very, very impressed.
The blueprint is here. You can learn from people who've already done it and who already have been successful. And that's why I'm here, and that's what encouraged me.
Scott is he's really a great speaker. His knowledge is just a phenomenon.
I was in a room full of people that are like-minded individuals, and we're being educated by people who have tons of experience.
I have a goal of increasing the rental properties that I have. Right now I just have one and looking to grow that portfolio, and this is a way to do that.
If you've ever wanted to get into real estate for whatever reason, if you're tired of your W-2 job that feels like a hamster wheel, if you're tired of coming up short on your bills every month, or maybe you do well for yourself but you don't have generational wealth, whatever your reason, whatever your why, this will deliver.